Discussion items requested. This is,
Okay.
yes, ma'am.
So the way the delegate meeting works, and we have some new board members, and maybe I'll give Deanna a call. You'll each get a packet. Every school board in the state of Illinois has the opportunity to write a resolution and send it to the Illinois Association of School Boards. And you have to do your homework on it and follow procedures. And it goes through a process, and they dwindle them down to the ones that make it through all the processes, and that comes out in this booklet. And there are typically about 18 of them, sometimes 12. And if they don't meet the criterion, then on the delegate meeting during the school board conference, they're not voted on. They didn't meet the criterion, so they're passed over. As a board, every school board gets one vote. So the city of Chicago is a single district, and they have over 100,000 kids. They get one vote. There are over 800 districts in the state of Illinois. Typically, there are 400 representatives in that room. I have gone to about 13 of them for the last 13 years now. I will tell you that even though we are in the Chicago area, we think we're the largest and smartest, most sophisticated, or whatever that is, we are in the minority of the state of Illinois. The rest of the state does not think like we do. However, those resolutions belong to the board, not to me. I am just the person who goes and votes as the board directs, whether we'll support the Illinois Association of School Boards recommendation or not. And even supporting their recommendation does not make it a resolution. That just means that the Illinois Association of School Boards will go to Springfield and lobby on behalf of that issue for school boards. That gives direction to ISAB what they should focus their time and energy on. And a perfect case, last year it was in the news, the news was there. There was a district in southern Illinois on the Kentucky border. They had one policeman for the entire county. So there was oftentimes the only one police car would be within 50 miles. There had been shooting across the border in Kentucky. So that school district sent the resolution. They had 2 ex-military in their district, and they sent it. They wanted, can a district put in place policies, procedures where they could have somebody who's armed on premise? And the Illinois Association always favors local control. They're always gonna, in my 13 years, I've seen them, they always want a school board to have as much volition in their choice to say what's good for them. There was heated discussion. In Chicago, we call police, it's like calling an Uber. A policeman's there within 30 seconds. But if you're in some of these southern counties, you might not see a police for half a day. But the board directed me to vote against it, which I did, and it did not pass. It was very close. So those are rarely are things that heated, but that's how something would, so it's not my opinion, it's this board's opinion, and I'm just the messenger. And so you'll get the packet and you'll read the rationale behind it. And my encouragement to this board would be, our experience is not everybody's experience. And so try and find out whatever the resolutions are. I have not read all of them yet. Try and find out what it's like to be in their shoes and what are they truly asking for? What is their need? Because a lot of times the needs in the southern schools, we can't even fathom that those are things that they don't have access to. So,
Mary Ann, you sent out the resolutions today, correct? And maybe what we should do is a discussion item. If you could put that resolution, the IASB resolutions on. This way, if any board member has a question or would like to discuss it with the whole board, they can do that with Laura before, that's where it would take place, is at the cow.
Do we have time for the November cow? When is the November?
There
Oh,
is
we
no,
don't have
there's not a
cow.
November cow.
So it'd have to be the October cow?
Yeah,
Okay.
and she sent out the resolutions today, so that gives
Yeah.
board members 2 weeks to
weeks.
look at
Okay.
them.
Yeah.
And if there's no discussion or no specific direction for Laura, then Laura can, reflect what she believes to be the board's views. But if not, that would be a good time to discuss or touch on some of these.
So the Illinois Association of School Boards will make a recommendation, and, I'll ask the board, do you want to support them or not?
So I took a quick look at those
Okay.
earlier today, and I think there's about probably 15 or 20 or something like that. Will we make a decision on every single one, or Kevin, are you saying we're only?
Past practice time has not been that we discuss every single one. It was only ones that the board brought up that they would like to discuss. So
Okay.
if there's a few that you would like to discuss, you could bring them up. If
Okay.
someone has others, I think that would probably work best, so we're not.
Yep.
Otherwise, if there's nothing brought up from the board on a specific resolution, I would think that Laura would support the IASB's recommendation.
So oftentimes, the board will look at it, and just because you're new and the first time seeing it, they'll say, they'll see where the Illinois Association of School Boards recommends you support it. And if the board will be like, well, I agree with that. And that's kind of like, well, we agree, these 5, we agree with their recommendation, and so there's no discussion on it because they just agree with it. And so you'll pull out the other ones that you want more information, or you'd want to feel how the other board members feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And sometimes we like to discuss it so that everybody knows our view
Yeah,
also. That was particularly with the last one.
yeah.
I mean, I think we all agree.
Well, we didn't all agree, but the majority vote.
The majority.
I mean, I would have supported the district, but and just to let you know, as your delegate, it's not my vote. I would have supported that district, but the board wanted us to not support it, and so that's how I voted for the board as your representative.
Sure.
Okay, then need
Uh,
a motion of consideration.
Consideration for future meetings.
So Mary Ann, one of the
We did
items
that.
under, that would be the IASB resolutions. Is there any other ones?
For discussion? Yeah,
For
30
future
second. We got the 2-week notice for the West Cook, so if anybody wants to attend the West Cook dinner meeting in October, we'll need to let Mary Ann know today.
It's the day of the cow meeting.
Okay, that's what I was afraid of. I was hoping it was the 5th, but it's not. Okay.
All right, closed, motion for closed?
Yeah, here we go. The Board of Education, Township High School, District 208, Cook County, Illinois, enters closed session for the purpose of considering appointment, employment, compensation, discipline, performance, or dismissal of specific employees of the public body or legal counsel for the public body, student discipline, purchase, sale, or lease of real property, probable imminent or pending litigation, collective negotiations, and school safety.
Second,
Second.
Durkin, and all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You have to do a roll call.
Oh, you have to do roll call.
Oh, that's right. Excuse me.
Yes.
Mr. Durkin?
Yes.
Ms. Huska?
Yes.
Jacob?
Yes.
Sierra?
Yes.
Yes.
1 minute.
Motion's adjourned.
Motion adjourned.